Igue festival in Benin is an annual Thanksgiving ceremony done over a period of time.
Benin City, the capital of Edo State, is one of the oldest empires in the world. Known as the Benin Kingdom, the land where the king is truly king. The kingdom is full of beautiful traditions and customs, both in arts, artifacts, monuments, choral beads and attires. The kingdom is known for her beautiful cultural dance and music. The people have lots of festivals they celebrate, one of which is the Igue festival. The Igue festival is a yearly celebration celebrated between Christmas and New Year, and it is done once a year. The Igue festival is an age-long tradition, and it is peculiar to the Oba and the people of Benin Kingdom. This festival usually attracts foreigners, cultural activists, and the Beninese in the diaspora. This practice is over 5,000 years old. It started in the 14th century during the reign of Oba Ewaye I. The festival has various activities, and it is usually announced by the Oba of Benin Kingdom.
My name is Osagio, a JSEPH practitioner. It happens that every year, the people of Benin, by the direction of the Oba of Benin, hold an annual Thanksgiving, thanking the gods, your ancestors, and your personal God, which is your head, for having successfully navigated those 11 or 12 months of the year. You give praises, you make sacrifices again, and then you thank the gods for having made it. That's the essence of the festival.
My name is Osagio. I, Priest Osagio Osifo Jimo. On Igue festival, the Beninese entered the new year before the Englishman. So that is how we say thank you to Osanogo Dua, Okodudu, Akpama, Oriole, for our head has led us to a new year and a new beginning. So this is how we thank our God. But some people says it is a fetish thing because they don't know. Like the Bible used to say, the Kanama does not understand the knowledge of the Bible too. So that's it in our own traditional way.
Yeah, my name is Mrs. Petra Omoevaria Azai Igue. It's a ceremony that cleanses the land of every blemish, every stain, every ills. And that is why when the Beninese are celebrating the Igue festival, they put a stop, they put a hold to every burial ceremony, anything that concerns mourning. There's no mourning during that period. And it is a happy moment where the family head gathers their family together and celebrates with these sacrifices. Of course, the Oba himself there is a time stipulated, there's a calendar that is already designed for the year to celebrate the Igue festival ceremony. The Oba will celebrate his own, where he make propitiations to some of the dead Obas, that's his fathers, that are late. Then there is also a slated time for the chiefs to celebrate theirs before the commoners, which is called Igue Doya.
Igue festival has always been with Benin, but the earliest recorded history of it is with Oba Ewari the Great, the Oba Ewari the First of Benin, 1440 AD. Contingent on what happened to him before he was able to regain the throne, it was only necessary for him to do Igue, thanking everybody. It took many years and so on for Prince Ogun to gain the throne from his brother, Uwaifioku.
Naturally, it is every Benin, every Edo man needs to celebrate Igue festival. It's a thing you celebrate.
Okay, there are a few popular Igue songs that a lot of persons can be able to ascribe to, and it goes like this. Igue neragwe o, ohoro Igue niyegwe o, ohoro ohoro Gwigwa wenye awenye, gwigwa wenye awenye rame, awenye yeme, gwigwa wenye awenye.
Usually Igue festival happens in December, which is the Gregorian calendar, and it happens within a week or thereabout, even more than. So the announcement is made by the Oba that the Igue festival will happen between so and so date and so and so, and the end so and so date. Now the unique thing about it is that Ewari added one specific event which happened to him as a testimony to Igue festival, which is the Ewere festival or Ewere carnival. So which now is the tail end of the festival. During the festival, we have several Ugie. We have the Ugie Roba, we have Iguoba, we have Igue, Ugie, Igioba, and then Igue Dohia. Within the period, the Oba of Benin on his own in the palace will also do some other rituals. One significant one is Ugie Mobo, which is done within the Igue festival. So those are the events that happens. First Iguoba, you have Igue Igioba, then you have the end of it is the Igue Dohia, which means there is a cadence of how it happens, a strata. Oba does his own Igue, there's a thanksgiving of Yoba, and then the Yoba, which are the princes and princesses in the land, Oba's children, or past Oba's too, will do their own festival, and then the generality of Benin will now do the tail end of the festival, which is called Igue Dohia. After which, that one will tail into Gearwear. So these are the significant festivals that make up the entire Igue festival. Oba Ewa the First had a misfortune, a rare misfortune of losing his two sons in one day. His first son, who was the first Edaiken of Oselu, Prince Koboyiwa, and the second prince, Prince Ezua, both had a misunderstanding that led to a war or a conflict, sort of, but both of them lost their lives in the battle. So it became a great source of worry for the king himself. He mourned. In fact, the mourning is another story of its own. The mourning period for the two sons he lost. But he needed to make more children, and he was at his old age. So the Benin nobles and chiefs, heads, tete-a-tete, and then some chiefs volunteered their daughters to the Oba to help procreate other children for the king. Ogeka volunteered his daughter, his first daughter, which he presented to the Oba of Benin. The daughter was not particularly happy about that kind of arrangement because, look at it, the king was old, and you take a young girl of about probably 15, 16, 18 and present to a young woman. She didn't particularly like that, and she sought a way through which she found hate in the palace. She wanted to generate hate for herself so that she would be sent back home. So she resorted to doing a whole lot of things that are forbidden within the palace, like passing urine where you should not. Because in Benin, part of the tradition is that where a woman passes urine is secluded from where a man would do the same thing. Where a man can pass urine in front of the house, a woman is not that lucky. She had to go some extra distance away from the living area to do it, but Ubi resorted to even doing it on her bed and around the palace. She did all this to just create some kind of hate, which she succeeded in doing. Eventually, she was sent off from the palace. So there was this thing they do in Benin then, which we don't do again, is to create a band of young people who will escort you out of the city if you have been found guilty of any offense. As they will say, when they be to drive you out of the town, that's banishment for life. Ubi was taken out of the town. Young people carried firebrands and the rest of them to chase her away, and that's when during Ewe festival you hear Ubirie, that's Ubigo.
Ogeka had three daughters, Ubi, Ewe, and Oyoyo. When Oba Ewe was a prince, he was known as Prince Ogun. He met Ogeka and asked for Ewe's hand in marriage, but Ogeka refused and told him that Ewe was too young for marriage, and he gave Ubi to him. So Ubi gave him hell. And that's why you see when they are going to celebrate, when they are going to collect the Ewe leaves, they brandish a stick that has a fire on it. They always carry a stick that has fire on it, and they will be brandishing it. Ubi should leave. Ubi gave the Oba hell.
Ubi was eventually chased out of the palace and the city. Having found this kind of disgraceful behavior of the daughter, Ogeka insisted that he must make a compensation for what the daughter has done. So he packaged his second daughter, Ewe, to the Oba. In contrast to Ubi, Ewe was well behaved and in fact gave the kind of comfort that an old man would need at old age to the Oba. But Igue herself was not comfortable being alone, and she felt lonely. She had 3 sisters. She alone came to the palace. She requested that her younger sister should be brought to stay with her.
So when Ubi was pursued away from Prince Ogu's house, the father finally gave him Igue. So during Igue's time, it was a very peaceful time, and it made Prince Ogun to thrive. He thrived very well, became very prosperous. People began to know him and pay obeisance to him. So Igue was finally missing her younger sister, Oyoyo, and she pleaded with her husband to allow Oyoyo to visit her. So that was how Oyoyo came to be part of the harem. He finally married both of them. So when the song Igue, see your sister, because she was actually missing her sister.
In doing what we always know to do, the Oba was quick in putting the 2 sisters in a family way. Oyoyo became pregnant, Igue became pregnant. That was how the story went, that Oba of Benin married 3 sisters. Now, Igue, something happened in the palace that after Igue entered, the Oba fortune turned around. He was able to come out of his depression that he got into as a result of losing his children. And then Igue and the sister were able to now begin to produce more children for him. So because of that, he instituted that Igue will be remembered. And that's how the festival came about, the Igue festival. So Benin's were able to now creatively represent these things by repeating the banishment of Ubi and the arrival of Igue and Oyoyo to the palace. So that's how the story goes. In the early morning of Igue Day, Benis go out with their firebrand and go out chasing Ubi out of town. Ubi now becomes a representation of everything that is bad. Sickness, death, bad luck, and whatever. They are chased out of town by singing Ubirie, Ubirie. Then when they are coming back, they come back with the leaves that now represent Igue. So that was how the story of Ubi, Igue, and Oyoyo came about. Having seen such a reversal of fortune for himself, the Oba decided to mark their entrance into the royal family. That's how the celebration of Igue Day came about, and it was added to the Igue festival period. The other festival, which I outlined before, is first Igue Oba, which is the Oba himself performing his own Thanksgiving with his family and selected chiefs. The Oba does, within that period, Ugie Mobo. Ugie Mobo is also very significant because it happens in the time of Oba Esigi, after he defeated Aron Nokemezu. So after that defeat, he came home to do Thanksgiving for having won the war over Aron of Udo. So the ceremony is added to the Igue festival, which is the Ugie Mobo. Ugie Mobo includes the Oba and the chiefs coming to pay homage. After victory now, everybody will come to the palace to pay homage, and some others come to pledge their loyalty to the Oba. It's done at Arodiendo in Benin. Then there's Ugiroba. Ugiroba is about the Enikao, Oba Nikao. This is the past Obas. So Ugiroba is the father of them. Of course, technically the Oba doesn't have a father, but then there are past Obas that they call Oba Nikao. So the festival of Ugiroba is meant to honor the past Obas. Of course, the chiefs, Benin, and everybody will go to the palace to take part in all those things. Then Igue Iyoba, I explained this before, is about the children of the royal family, all those who are part of the royal family. Children of the current Oba and children of the past Oba. They will also perform their own Igue. Then, after Igue Oba, there's Igue Dohia. The whole kingdom everybody can now perform their own thanksgiving in their house and pay respect to the gods of the home, Ewa, and the rest of them. Every day also involves the entire Benin, the whole kingdom, wherever they are. They go out in the morning to chase out evil spirits in the land by performing the Ubi Banish dance, and then come back with a leaf symbolically representing everywhere back to Benin. And then the palace group called Igue are the ones who lead the everywhere procession to the palace to present the leaf to the Oba. The Igue does that. Now there is a significance of this everywhere leaf. Well, our recorded oral history will say that when Prince Ogun, who became Ewa the First, was still in the forest while he was fighting to get back the throne, and he ran into a cul-de-sac in a way that the enemies were almost catching up with him. While she was hiding somewhere, then a very gentle breeze began to blow that distracted the enemies from him because they almost got up with him. So when the breeze blew, then this plant that we call everywhere leaves today was now moving to the wind. So the people looked directly at where the leaf was moving and then moved towards that direction, thinking that the guy has run away. So that one distracted them and took the enemy away from him. So he came down and then honored the leaf, the every plant we used to do. So when he became the Oba of Benin, he brought the leaf as a representation of everywhere. And now there's another part of it that the wind, if Benin wants to say very cool breeze blowing, say Ola where something that is cool and calm. So where is what represents everywhere because it's cool. And that is why people will now have children and give them everywhere because it means something that is cool and calm. Ever since then, it has also gone to mean good luck. Everywhere is good luck. So that's how the festival had gone. And that's it. The significance is that you must remember to always give thanks for the life that you have lived. And as Benin doesn't, it's not as if it was the Christian church that taught us how to do Thanksgiving. We always have been doing Thanksgiving even before they came in the 15th century.